All right, moving along, we are going to go over to the Washington Capitals, and they had a very nice draft themselves. And I think a lot of people were curious about this question from Penguin 7. So, Penguin 7, your question was, why do you feel so many teams passed on Andrew Cristall, who went 40th overall to Washington? I've been trying to brace listeners of this podcast for a while that I didn't think Andrew Cristall was going to go in the first round. Most of my mock drafts, except for one, he did not go in the first round. And the reason that he didn't is it's strictly, size. I think there's concerns about his skating. And one thing that I heard a bunch is, if he doesn't make your top 6, can he play anywhere else for you? And my answer to that is probably not. But I do think that he has the skill, the hockey sense, the execution to be a guy that does produce at that level, that can be a top 6 guy. A lot is going to have to go right. The right time, timing, situation, all of that. It's really hard to get a top 6 role in the NHL roster, especially so when you're undersized. And so that's why I think Cristall slipped in the second round. I don't think that was unforeseen. I think most teams had him listed at that range or lower. But he was a guy that I had 24th. I love the value. I think that getting both Ryan Leonard and Andrew Cristall gives the Capitals 2 of the premier offensive talents of this class. You've got a high-end scorer in both of those players. You got guys that can move pucks, that can make plays, that have great hands. So I love the bet that they're making there. And I thought that those guys were not necessarily the prototypical picks that we've experienced from Washington. They haven't had many opportunities to pick this high, but they do. And I think that they did well. I think there was a great place to be. And now they got to be thrilled to have Andrew Cristall and see what he's able to do. But really the new franchise centerpiece in terms of prospects is Ryan Leonard.